I never imagined I'd become the kind of man who would reduce his own world to ashes. Yet when the digital clock blinked 2:03 a.m., something inside me shifted forever. A notification lit up her forgotten iPad. Updates from her so-called girl's getaway. In that instant, I understood the truth. My marriage hadn't simply faded away. It looked like the aftermath of a carefully concealed disaster. Quick flashes ran through my mind. An upscale hotel in Miami, a bedroom door left slightly ajar, a pair of stilettos abandoned on polished flooring. What is a man supposed to do, with 12 hours of unanswered calls and a heart full of suspicion? You're about to see. Back in Los Angeles, Sarah had grown colder by the day. She clutched her phone like it held oxygen. A quiet frost settled between us, a barrier I couldn't tear down no matter how hard I tried. Then I found it. A receipt. An expensive hotel reservation in Dallas. That wasn't where she said she was going. That wasn't part of any innocent trip. I tracked her to a restaurant on Wilshire Boulevard. My pulse thundered with dread as I stood outside. Through the glass window I saw them. Her and him. The other man wore a self-satisfied grin, laughing as if he had won something. Her fingers were laced with his. Rain began to fall, heavy and cold, echoing the chaos erupting inside me. I remained there, soaked and motionless, watching everything I believed in collapse. When I returned to our vast, hollow house, the stillness roared louder than any scream. The wedding portraits that once symbolized devotion now felt like cruel jokes hanging on the walls. Grief hardened into determination. I met with a sharp, unforgiving attorney in a skyscraper overlooking the city. We mapped out every step. While she enjoyed her escape, I started taking apart the life we had built together. One item at a time, it all went up for sale. The vehicles, the furnishings, even her collection of designer handbags, sold for fractions of their worth. Each deal was deliberate, unemotional, precise. Then the moving crew arrived. Years of shared memories were sealed into cardboard and hauled away by strangers. There was no reversing this path. I placed the keys of her SUV into another man's hand. It felt like cutting the final thread. A silent farewell to what had once been ours. Next came exposure, a public post online. Her relatives and her employer were tagged. Screenshots and proof left no room for denial. While she was still lounging on her trip, the reality spread rapidly. The secrecy ended that day. The legal documents were delivered poolside at a Miami hotel. Her confident expression dissolved instantly, replaced with shock and disbelief. In front of the man she had chosen, her perfect romantic escape unraveled. That chapter closed exactly as I intended. She eventually came back to an empty property in a quiet Chicago suburb. No couches, no wardrobe, no trace of comfort. Only a single chair remained in the center of the room, a harsh symbol of everything she had thrown away. The silence inside those walls became her only company. As for me, I was miles away, seated in a roadside diner along a lonely highway. The fading sunlight spilled across the horizon in shades of orange and gold. Was it a fresh start, or simply the conclusion of something broken? The highway stretched endlessly before me, uncertain but open. She wanted distance.